What's going on, everybody? So I am at the NHTI Delta Dental 5K in Concord, and I am gonna try to run my first 5K of 2026. Not really sure what to expect 2 weeks after the marathon, but I think it's gonna be tough. My pre-race warm-up wasn't too encouraging, so I don't know. I'm just gonna do my best, give it my best shot, and see how it goes.
Ready! I'm gonna say ready, set, run. Ready, set.
And we're off. So right from the very beginning, I was running faster than I should have been. I always have a tendency to take off too fast. Just something I need to work on. So I was hoping to run close to 17 minutes. My PR is 17:28, and I have really struggled to break that for the last couple of years. However, as I said in my pre-race thoughts, I'm only 2 weeks off my first marathon, and I wasn't feeling too great during my pre-race warm-up. Also, after taking a week off of running after the marathon, I started running again, only to have issues with my right foot. So this was literally my third day of running in 2 weeks. Definitely not ideal. A little bit about the course. It is a flat 2-loop course around the NHTI college campus in Concord. The race is put on by Millennium Running, and I have to say they do a great job of making sure everything goes smoothly. A huge thank you to them. As I come through the first turnaround about a half mile in, you can probably already notice my labored breathing. My heart rate had spiked to about 200, which is ridiculously early for it to be that high. My lack of speed work for short distance races is quickly becoming evident. For the past number of months, I have been mostly focusing on those long marathon style workouts. My long distance fitness has exploded, but my short distance speed is severely lacking. I have to say, one thing I normally really enjoy about these types of courses is the people running the opposite direction giving you a boost. My marathon was 2 out and back loops, and all the people cheering, both runners and watchers, was amazing. But to be honest, this race, it didn't help too much. I was really feeling too lousy. As I come through the first mile in 5:24, I'm in 4th place, although that was quickly about to change. The pain and lack of 5K training was starting to set in. Combine it with dehydration and my core starting to cramp, the next 2 miles are not going to be pleasant. I don't know if you're with me, but sometimes during these races I wonder why in the world I do these things to myself. Coming into the second loop, the guy running with me is starting to leave me behind, and I'm wondering if it's even possible for me to hold on to 5th place. Okay, here we go, running through the first loop into the second. Honestly, this is quite demoralizing for me at this point. I'm hurting way worse than I should be. and now I have to run by the finish line and do a whole nother lap. My dehydration is completely set in, and my heart rate is well over 200. My breathing only gets worse from here. Yes, that is definitely possible, as I struggle to hang on to 5th place and an average pace that keeps getting slower by the minute. Let's now fast forward to the 2-mile marker and see how much I've slowed. There we go, mile 2 in a time of 5:46, a whopping 22 seconds slower than the first mile, for a cumulative time of 11 minutes and 10 seconds. A quick look over my shoulder across the turnaround point reveals that I have a solid lead on 6th place, so I'm not in any real danger yet of losing 5th. I knew though that if I slowed too much, and they followed a decent pacing strategy unlike myself, they might catch me with a stellar final mile. My breathing continues to get worse. My average heart rate for mile 2 is 212. I'm starting to moan in pain at this point. Let's fast forward again as I continue to dig deep into what I have left. One thing I love about running is that it builds a lot of character. Really makes you push yourself to the limit, test your endurance, both physically and mentally. In the final half mile, I'm just fighting to be done with this race. My breathing and pain are just out of control, and you can hear me almost yelling in pain. Some people that I was running by might have thought I was crazy, but at this point I really don't care about anything but getting to that finish line and being done. I knew a PR was out of my reach, but I was just clinging on to whatever speed I could manage. Here comes mile 3. I managed to keep mile 3 a little more in control. Still a positive split, but not as bad as the mile 1 to mile 2. Mile 3 was 5:51 with an average heart rate of 213. be honest, that finish line looked amazing. I was just so glad I was done. The pain would soon be over.
A three-time winner of the Capital Area Race Series and the 2022 winner of this race. Caleb Webb from Belmont to Flood Creek Club.
Started off too high. Definitely that was gonna happen. Absolutely blew up.
Corey Gerard, the Night Riders, an up-and-coming club challenging for club supremacy at the Capital Area Race Series.
Average heart rate,
and
206.
Mike Bayou,
And
that's the points take.
course a little long, average 541.
And
Not quite a PR, but not bad for coming off of a marathon. So, I'll take
Nobody's
it.
won more races.
Came in 5th place, I believe, overall.
Mary Clenny,
All right.
women's winner.
Well, post-race reflections. It's been about 40 or so minutes after I got done, and course was a little bit long, so I ended up running 5:41 a mile, and yeah, so not my all-time PR is 5:38 a mile, so but I'll take it. Fairly pleased with that. So a few reflections. Yeah, I went out a little bit hard. I think I did 5:24 for the first mile, and then I ended up really falling off. I had some cramps, and during the warm-up I really just was not feeling my best. I struggled to stay hydrated today at work, and it's a late night race, and so, but not too bad. I'm fairly pleased with it for only doing a couple races, a couple runs before this race, so after the marathon. So yeah, still recovering, and I'm looking forward to this year. I think I'm going to PR in the 5K this year. I want to break 17 minutes, so, but at least break my record of 5:38 a mile, which is it's like 17:28. So looking forward to it. I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.